15 Facts about elephants. Dominoes made of tusks, mash and cinema. The elephant is a unique animal not only for its size or intelligence. Elephants literally shocked scientists who had been observing them for years. These huge carcasses touchingly take care of children, are irreconcilable to predators in any guise, are content with little in difficult conditions, and have a blast if the opportunity arises. A modern elephant can spray annoying zoo visitors with water from its trunk on a hot day. His ancestors frightened Portuguese sailors by swimming in the Atlantic Ocean 100 kilometers from the coast. 1. Elephant tusks are modified upper incisors. Tusks are a unique feature of each slope, with the exception of Indian elephants, which do not have tusks. The shape and size of each pair of tusks is unique. This is due, firstly, to heredity, secondly, to the intensity of use of the tusks, and, thirdly, and this is the most striking sign, to whether the elephant is left-handed or right-handed. 2. The presence of tusks almost killed elephants as a species. With the more or less widespread penetration of Europeans into Africa, the real genocide of these giants began. Tens of thousands of elephants were killed every year for the extraction of tusks, which were called ivory. Already at the beginning of the 20th century, the volume of the ivory market was estimated at 600 tons per year. 3. There is nothing good in the indiscriminate increase in the number of elephants, as well as in the thoughtless shooting of these animals. Yes, these are smart, usually good-natured and generally harmless animals. However, it should be remembered that the daily diet of an adult elephant can be up to 400 kilograms of greens. This, of course, is not the norm, but a possibility. In zoos, elephants consume approximately 50 kilograms of food, albeit more nutritious. One individual needs an area of approximately 5 kilometers for annual food. 4. In addition to tusks, elephants have another feature that makes each individual unique: ears. More precisely, the pattern of veins and capillaries in the ears. Despite the fact that elephants' ears are covered on both sides with skin up to 4 centimeters thick, this pattern is clearly visible. It is as individual as a person's fingerprint. Elephants got big ears during evolution. 5. Elephants' vision, when compared with other savanna animals, is poor. But this is not a disadvantage, but a consequence of evolution. Elephants do not need to keep a close eye on prey or dangerous predators. Food will not run away from the elephant, and predators will run away from the elephant's path, regardless of whether the giant saw them or not. The combination of vision, hearing and smell is quite sufficient to navigate in space and communicate with fellow creatures. 6. The process of conception, gestation, birth and rearing of offspring in elephants is very complex. The female body is configured in such a way that in unfavorable natural conditions, even females who have reached puberty or have already given birth do not ovulate, that is, they are unable to conceive offspring. Even under suitable conditions, the window of opportunity for a male lasts only 2 days. Several males usually compete for mating, living separately from the tribe consisting of women and children. 7. Claims that elephants become intoxicated by eating rotten fruits of the marula tree are most likely erroneous. The elephants would have to eat too many fruits. At least, this is the conclusion that biologists at the University of Bristol came to. Perhaps the drunken elephant videos, the first of which was shot by famous director Jamie Hughes back in 1974 for the film Animals Are Beautiful People, captures drunken elephants after drinking their own homemade mash. 8. Years of research have shown that elephants can communicate with each other using sounds, postures and gestures. They are capable of expressing sympathy, compassion, and heartfelt affection. If the herd meets a randomly surviving elephant calf, it will definitely be adopted. Some female elephants flirt with members of the opposite sex by teasing them. A conversation between two elephants standing next to each other can last for hours. They even understand the purpose of darts with sleeping pills and often try to pull them out of the body of a relative. 9. Aristotle also wrote that elephants are superior in intelligence to other animals. In terms of the number of convolutions of the cerebral cortex, elephants are superior to primates, second only to dolphins. Elephants have an IQ similar to the average 7-year-old child. Elephants are able to use simple tools and solve simple logical problems. They have an excellent memory for roads, the location of watering holes and dangerous places. Elephants also remember grievances well and are able to take revenge on the enemy. 10. Elephants live up to 70 years. Moreover, their death, unless, of course, it is caused by a poacher's bullet or an accident, occurs due to a lack of teeth. The need to constantly grind large amounts of tough vegetation has a negative impact on rapidly worn teeth. The elephants change them 6 times. Having worn off its last teeth, the elephant dies. 11. Elephants were actively used in warfare already 2,000 years ago in China. Gradually, the elephant cavalry, nowadays scientists actively use the term elephantry, penetrated into Europe. Elephants did not become a revolution in theaters of war. In those battles where elephants played a decisive role, the main thing was the skill of the commander. Thus, in the Battle of Ipsus, 301 BC, the Babylonian king Seleucus struck the flank of the army of Antiochus one-eyed with elephants. 12. The most famous elephant in the world is still Jumbo, who died back in 1885. This elephant, brought to Paris from Africa at the age of 1 year, alternately created a sensation in the French capital and became a crowd favorite in London. He was exchanged to the UK for a rhinoceros. Jumbo carried English children on his back, ate bread from the Queen's hands, and gradually grew to 4.25 meters and weighed 6 tons. 13. The most famous elephant in the Soviet Union was Shango. In his youth, this Indian elephant had the opportunity to travel around the country a lot as part of a troupe of a traveling zoo. In the end, the elephant, which had outgrown all conceivable sizes of Indian elephants, Shango was 4.5 meters tall and weighed more than 6 tons, got tired of the life of a wanderer, and one day he simply destroyed the railway carriage in which he was transported. 14. In 2002, Europe experienced the largest flood in a couple of centuries. The Czech Republic suffered greatly. In this small Eastern European country, the flood was estimated to be the worst in the last 500 years. Among the animals killed in the flood, the Prague Zoo page mentions rhinoceroses and an elephant. The negligence of zoo staff led to the death of the animals. 15. Elephants have repeatedly become characters in films. The elephant named Rango played in more than 50 films. A representative of the dynasty of trainers, Anastasia Kornilova, recalls that Rango not only accurately carried out what was written in the role, but also kept order. The elephant always protected little Nastia from her colleague named Flora.